Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to have an interesting interview. My name is Jessie Lee, and my guest here is Francisco Woning. We are going to discuss about an important topic that is the uh, global education monitoring report titled "If you don't understand, how can you learn?" So, in here, we are going to talk about three important aspects related to mother tongue, English as a global language, and we have
Good morning, and thank you so much for your invitation. I'm really excited to be here and discuss these important topics.
we are going to start with the first aspect of this report, which addresses English as a global language. Francisco, how do you think the status of English as a global language impacts education, particularly in our context in Ecuador?
Well, according to me, English as a global language presents both challenges and opportunities for education in Ecuador. On one hand, proficiency in English can enhance international communication, global employment, opportunities, and access to a wide range of information and resources. However, it's important to mention that there is a strict balance, yeah, by not neglecting the importance of the mother tongue as a language that play as a crucial role in this identity, culture, and cognitive development.
Absolutely. Finding that balance is crucial between the role of identity and culture. Now, moving on the functions of language, this report emphasized the importance of understanding and utilizing the various functions of language. Can you elaborate on how this concept can be applied in an Ecuadorian educational setting?
Yeah, certainly. In Ecuador, educators should strive to incorporate language instruction that reflects diverse function of language. That means that not only focusing on the academic purpose in academic aspect of the language, such as reading and writing, but also recognizing the value language, social, cultural, and emotional functions. By doing in that way, students can develop a deeper understanding of how language shapes the interactions, perspectives, and relationships locally and globally.
Yeah, that's an important perspective. I also consider that in our country, we have an important point too, that is the curriculum. Sometimes we talk about the inclusion and the form to adapt second language acquisition in our curriculum, but sometimes there is not enough time to reach our own goals as teachers. Now, let's discuss foreign language learning. The report highlights the benefits of learning additional languages beyond the mother tongue. In the Ecuadorian context, where Spanish is the primary language, how can the promotion of foreign language learning be effectively integrated into the education system?
Promoting foreign language learning in Ecuador can be done by recognizing the inherent value of multilingualism, while Spanish is the primarily language, providing opportunities to learn other language such as English, French, or indigenous language can broaden students' horizon and strengthen, their cognitive abilities. In this case, interacting foreign language, instruction through the culturally relevant in real context and interactive methods can foster curiosity, cultural understanding, and open doors to the new opportunities for Ecuadorian students. The report stresses the crucial role of the mother tongue in learning and emphasizes the need for inclusive education. And now, in this case, I would like to know what do you think in this case related with this topic? How can Ecuadorian schools better incorporate the values of students in mother tongues while still promoting a global perspective?
Yeah, good question. I think or I consider that in our schools here in Ecuador, recognizing and valuing a student's mother tongue is essential for an inclusive education. It means, for example, the inclusion of Spanish as well as indigenous languages, also the use of other kind of languages as English. In this form, schools can implement bilingual or multilingual programs that provide a supportive environment for students to develop literacy skills in both their mother tongue and their official language. This approach fosters cognitive development, cultural pride, and a sense of belonging. Furthermore, educators should collaborate with communities and parents to ensure the integration of the mother tongue within the curriculum, celebrating diversity while preparing students for global engagement.
Yeah, you have good points of view. But in this case, we have to integrate or take in account the preparation from teachers. You know, as a teacher, we need to learn a lot of skills and be prepared in order to teach a new language, in this case, a foreign language or an indigenous language. However, during this process or when we are working in that institution, the big problem is that we don't have enough materials. Yeah, first we need to be very prepared in both language, English and indigenous language too. However, this kind of preparation is not enough. Why? Because we need to support in materials that help us teach in a better way. In this case, I don't know, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree with you. Incorporating inclusive materials into our context is crucial for meeting the diverse needs of learners. So, inclusive materials should represent a variety of cultures. We have ethnicities, abilities, and different backgrounds in our students. So, we have to ensure that every student feels seen, valued, and represented. This can be achieved by including literature, textbooks, and multimedia resources in their mother tongue that feature diverse characters, perspectives, and experiences as well. So that was an excellent point. We have to take into account the material, of course, in different formats and languages, making them accessible to students with varying learning styles and abilities. Okay, so thank you so much for this discussion with me about this report and their three important aspects. So thank you so much, Francisco. I would like to talk with you in the next time.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to contribute in this important discussion. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
Bye.